Hi guys, Peggy here. Today we are going to cook one of the recipes out of the cookbook. And it's called the Family Table Treasures, 4 generations of family friendly or budget friendly recipes that I put together. And we are going to do a recipe that actually one of my daughters contributed to the recipe book. So that's the 4th generation, obviously. And it's going to be the slow cooker cracked chicken because everybody loves it. What you'll notice when we're doing this today is that I'm actually doing half a batch, just like it makes for 4 people. It's just my husband and I, and it makes 4 very large servings, maybe 4 to 6. So if I do half, it's just the right amount for my husband and I to have for dinner. So let's get started. Okay, so to start this off, we are going to be putting everything into the crock pot. So let's see here, crock pot. And really simple. It calls for 3 pounds of chicken. I'm going to put in about half of that. Okay. It wants ranch seasoning. Now you've got 2 options here because in the recipe book there is a recipe for making your own homemade ranch. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm using packet. See, ranch. And it calls for 2 in the recipe. I am actually putting 1 in. Like I said, we're doing a half batch. And that's also why I'm using my small slow cooker. And then we are popping in our cream cheese. So it says 2 packets. I'm using 1 8-ounce package of Philadelphia cream cheese. If you are one of those people that makes your own, you can feel free. And then I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second. It says 3 to 4, three jalapenos divided. I am out of jalapenos. So, just to show you, I'm going to use some hot banana peppers. I'll move that over here a little bit. Hot banana peppers, pickled. So, here's what I do. Just take about what I think we would want. We like things spicy. If you don't like things as spicy, don't put as many in. I think that's pretty straightforward. And I'm just going to chop these up. I know I'm not a professional chef. There is nicer ways, safer ways to chop. Okay. So that's all going in there. And I just pop that into our slow cooker. And then we are going to do one other thing. I'm just going to pause this so you can see. So I have my KitchenAid mixer here because it calls for shredded cheddar cheese. The problem is that I am not a big fan. Oh, hang on. Forgot the other part. Of shredding cheddar cheese. I tend to hurt myself. So I've got my KitchenAid mixer. There are multiple attachments that you can get to make this an easier job. Shredding cheese. You can get an attachment for pasta if you want to. But this is my favorite attachment for shredding cheese. And it says 1 cup. And we like things cheesy along with spicy. So I am going to try and do this. I will turn the volume off for you in the recording or in the video. But, so you don't have to hear this. So you can see it spinning around. This opens up. I'm actually going to cut this in half. Make it a little easier to manage. So I take my cheese, pop it in here, and I can turn it up. It just goes so fast. All right, so we definitely have more than 1 cup of shredded cheese there. And we're just going to pop this out, get all the debris, all the extra bits. We don't want to waste that. I guess I could have put my slow cooker right underneath there, but I didn't. So now we're going to move this out of the way, bring the slow cooker back, and you can see definitely more than 1, well, it's about a cup. It only calls for a cup in the full recipe, but we really like it cheesy, so I'm adding a little more. And then it calls for 6 slices of cooked bacon at the end. I will put that in. But if you don't have bacon, or maybe you are a vegetarian and you don't eat bacon for whatever reason, if you still want that smoky flavor, you can use, and it works really well, what's it called? The liquid smoke. So it gets that nice smoky flavor, and it just adds that extra oomph that, you know, a spicy, savory cracked chicken needs. So, but I'm going to add the bacon at the end. You're going to be able to see that. And yeah, I'll be back. So next up, we are going to chop up or crumble the cooked bacon. So you can watch now. Okay, so you can see I cooked the bacon pretty crispy, just because I want it to be easy to chop. You certainly don't need a knife this big. It was just one of my big knives, and I would prefer to keep my fingers away from it. I like a little more bacon. I'm going to add a few more. Now, I cut my bacon up in half before I cook it. So, it's got half pieces of bacon here to start with. And then, so I've got that ready for when I'm ready to put it all together. Okay, so now you've got your chicken. It's all cooked, and this was chicken breast. Now we're just going to work on shredding it. And then it's going to go back into our slow cooker. Speeding up the monotonous bits for you here. Pop that in there. And we're stirring. So, now we've got the cracked chicken all plated up. Let's take a look. So that's, and there's still leftovers. So, my husband's and mine. Let's see how it tastes. Grab a fork, and we will see. It's one of our favorites, so I know it's going to be good. You have to try it. So good. So, what are you going to do with your leftover cracked chicken? That's what what's the bonus recipe, right? Okay, so I've got my cracked chicken here. This is what's left over. Once it's cold, so we let it cool, put it in the refrigerator. Once it's cold, you're going to thaw out your puff pastry. You're going to take a tablespoon of this, cut it to a shape that you want, a size that you want. I usually just make them into squares and fold it into a triangle with a teaspoon of cracked chicken in the middle. And then cook as per the package of puff pastry. And you have an amazing appetizer. So if you want to make them ahead, I guess you could, but I mean, they put together really quick. And you can freeze this if you like, and then save it for when you're having company, and you just need some quick appetizers. So there you go. Bonus recipe. So if you like this video, I hope that you will give it a like, share it. If you want the recipe, you can check the link in my bio for the recipe book. And just keep in mind, a portion of the proceeds of every book sold, of anything that I sell, is going to local food banks and essentially to help fight food insecurity, because there's way too much of that happening right now. So thanks so much. I appreciate you hanging on here. Bye.